down and back warnings, and then we will get them on center court and have our women's champion in just a few minutes here on center court at the Bradenton Area Convention Center, Bradenton, Florida.
Remember, if we have time, we're going to have some co-ed here coming up.
We shall see. Co-ed's going on around us and behind us, and all sorts of other games going on. When there are boards set up and bags to be had, bags will fly. I'm Finn, the loudmouth for the ACO, with Philip Barnett side by side after taking third place in the seniors here in this tournament. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Like I said, third place is not a bad finish.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And we've laughed about it a number of times when we've been calling matches on Stadium. I said, you know what, if things go well one of these days, I'll just be sitting here calling a match of yours. And you said, boy, God willing and the creek don't rise,
That's right,
as they say. And guess what? We got a chance to do that today. So we'll look forward to many more center court matches for you. Phil, the Mississippi Ninja, my partner here in the broadcast booth. All of this heading towards Branson, Missouri, the final week of July. Wrapping up on the final Saturday in July, which will forever be known as American Cornhole Organization World Cornhole Day. And we look forward to a huge week in Branson, old Branson, new Branson, and everything in between Branson.
Yes, sir. I am so fired up about Branson. I've been telling everybody about it. Hey, get ready, we're going to Branson.
And you know, it's great. You can go down. We have our final major of the year over Memorial Day weekend in Branson. Then we rest for a couple of months, and then we head back for the World Championships. So if you want a little taste of what it's going to be like, come down and join us for the major, and check it out. I think people, if unless you've been to Branson, Missouri, if all you've ever done is heard about Branson, Missouri, you don't know Branson, Missouri. Yes, there's Yakov Smirnoff Theater, but yes, there's also a river walk there and some of the coolest Bass Pro Shops stuff you'll ever want to see.
Yeah, you know, Bass Pro Shop, that was their first place.
That's where it all came from.
First store, yeah.
Big Johnny, he was the one that put it all together, and he's got that top of the rock facility out there, which just mind-bogglingly awesome. So the ladies are underway. The first pitch belongs to Paula Stevens, and we are game on. Shelley Gutowski, Paula Stevens. Paula, the number 4 seed. Shelley, the number 7 seed. So Paula throwing out of that blue lane for the higher seed.
You know, I like about Shelley, she is having a good time.
She is.
Why so serious?
Our friends from Why So Serious Cornhole are actually here set up in the corner, pushing bags and shirts and all kinds of cornhole gear. And you know what a perfect name for a cornhole company.
It really is. And again, Rambo time for Shelley, first blood.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, that bag, Paula's bag, looks like it is just hanging on by a thread. I thought maybe it might need a rake underneath to see if something was holding it up, but it just stuck. It held there. We haven't seen a lot of those big pileups around the hole that I like to call, excuse me, the laundry basket. But it's either been all in or all around the hole today. We haven't seen a lot of big airmail shots today like we've seen in the last few majors here on Stadium.
There was a few slung in the seniors.
And that's about the last of them. That's about the last of them that we really saw. Not even with the juniors. I did see a difference, though. We saw a lot of new junior players in that. And you can go back and watch at a later date if you want to go back and watch the juniors competition. We had new faces, new games, new names. Not the same, didn't play with the same confidence that some of the other juniors that we've seen. The Austin Camerons, Caleb Hurts, so on and so forth.
Spencer Garner,
Sebastian Barger. You can see it coming, though. You can see it. They're starting to build that confidence in what shot they can use and which one they want to pick out of their arsenal when they need it. And these players that we saw today, those 3 that played in juniors, are absolutely going to be players to be reckoned with.
We'll call them up and comings. How about that?
Absolutely. Tied on the deuce right now. Paula Stevens leads with the first bag, and Shelley scoots one just a little outside, I think, trying to lay that block lower, but she'll take advantage of the center now and continues to move Paula's first bag back into play. Paula probably, I thought she'd clean that up right there, but apparently maybe it's not as.
There it
is. And unfortunately for
Shelley, help her out a little bit.
She cleaned it up.
Yeah. That's a nice bag right there by Paula.
Is she going to go up and over? No, she's going to lay low. She laid way low right there.
She's going to give up 4. And she looked at me and said, sorry, I don't know what to say to that. Maybe it's somebody over there. She said sorry to.
I don't know.
Oh, I see. It's her husband sitting right here to my right.
All right, very good.
and he's got a more serious look than Shelley does. He is dialed into this match.
He is much more focused on the outcome, I think, than she even is. She, like you said, she's just smiling and having a great time. It was a nice pickup there by Paula. And I think, again, we saw this from Shelley in the first match. Just once she finds that slot down the center, and I think she's more comfortable throwing from the right. I had to say it, from the left side of the board with the right hand, but it felt
Paula
like
you notice she's starting to get a little bit dialed in.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice bag right there.
2 more.
Tumble back, so that's going to take it to 8-2.
Yeah.
Again, Paula comes in the number 4 seed, Shelley the number 7. Christine Schwarzkopf acquitted herself nicely, but fell 21-7 to Paula in the elimination final, which brought Paula back to Shelley now, and now Paula has to.
Not a bad bag. Christine, she's only played 4 months
seriously out of 11 years, right?
Yeah, and she's a really good player.
Nice bag right there.
I expect to see her do some more damage somewhere.
No question, out of the Tampa area, so I would expect we'll possibly see her in some of our Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Carolinas, Virginias. If they want to make those trips, absolutely worth it to build those points, and who knows, walk away with some serious scratch as well. So, no blood, no foul there. Score remains 8-2.
That's the big thing. Trying to get that purple jersey, get to the pay window. And Paula, she's putting the pressure on. She's throwing that first bag down the center every time. And the second. Most of the time the third. You could tell I'm a big Paula Stevens fan.
That's all right.
Yeah,
it's kind of impossible not to be fans of certain players.
That's right.
When you get to know them, and then you find that's what's so great about meeting new players, as you made mention of, coming in here and playing shoulder to shoulder with them, and then having the opportunity to call their action on center court. You can't help but be a big fan.
I'm a big fan of Shelley too right now. She's playing really well.
Yeah.
That first game she beat Paula handedly.
Well, first time having seen her play at all, much less on center court, and I'm very impressed with her steady hand and her ability to just take that deep breath, refocus, and go, baby, go.
Well, you say that. There's some players we just don't see out here very often, and this is one of them, and we try to get to know them so we can bring the info back to you guys. And it's nice for me and you to get to know these players, I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Now, interesting, though, just a very straightforward, old-school way of playing the game. There are no tricky roll shots. There's no get-around shots. It's, are you going to beat me to the hole, or am I going to beat you to the hole, or are we just going to put everything up on top of the stove and leave it sit there and let it cook?
I was glad to see Paula shoot the airmail there. She took a shot at it, left it a little bit short, hopped over the hole.
Lucky not to run it off the back of the board.
Yeah, and I see that's interesting to watch Shelley walk down here. She's speaking to her husband every time she walks by, giving him a play-by-play of what she's doing and what she's doing wrong. And he's sitting back in his lawn chair with a cold one, just enjoying.
Yes, he is.
Nice.
Well, I tell you, Paula from this side is just completely dialed in.
She's been scoring 10s pretty consistent on that side. And she got another 10 here. 2 more, Paula. 10-2.
That's going to do it. Yep, 10-2. And you talk about 10s don't win, but I would tell you enough 10s, I guess.
Yeah.
On enough 7s and 8s and 9s will get it done. But it does. That's what makes some of these games, especially when we get into these double dip situations, so much more difficult to predict, because you don't know when somebody's just going to push the pedal to the metal. And we saw a little bit of that in the seniors. Terry Dawson, he very methodical, but ultimately it wasn't going to be enough. Johnny Thomas was able to rebound after a really kind of a crushing comeback, 20-5 comeback by Terry Dawson, but he was able to rebound and come back out of the elimination final. And
and Paula, I would like to see her shoot the airmail with that bag. She really had 2 shots at that bag that's hanging there, and the first time she laid up. So she's going to give up a penny there.
Man, that one looks a little bit, well, I guess there might have been a little bit more of the bag laying over the bottom lip of that hole than it appeared, but it just didn't seem like, I mean, unless she really came in straight down on top of it, was she going to have enough to grab it?
Let's see if that'll help Shelley get off the snide here.
So 10-3, and little mistake matched there, but leaving a nice backboard, if you will, for both to use. And they're both using it so far effectively.
Shelley throws a really nice bag. Actually, it hits flat, and it runs right to the hole when she's in the center. There it is.
Yep, nicely done there, and that pretty much leaves the center open for Paula, who uses it as per usual. So no blood, no foul. Taters exchange, work their way down right to left on our screen and side to side on your screen here on the Stadium Sports Network, your 24/7 home for sports. All kinds of great sports content on Stadium, whether you're watching at watchstadium.com or on the app. You can go back and find archived ACO tournaments, the Pro Series. You can look ahead to events where we are going to be broadcasting on Stadium. Las Vegas, looking forward to that one. Augusta, Georgia, looking forward to that one. That should be a lot of fun. So we will go coast to coast, north to south, anywhere we can in the U.S. to find a way to bring you some great center court action and show you some of the best names and the biggest games in the cornhole universe.
That's right. And look at these ladies right down the center.
There's an opportunity right there for Shelley. She's going to miss it just off to the right point. And she has had that center to left center dialed in. But I tell you, I think, oh, boy, and she's lucky to hold that bag on the back of the board there as Paula. But you know what? With a 10-3 lead, why not?
She went for the airmail right there to try to drag that bag, and I'm happy to see it. Paula's got that game. I just wish she'd be a little more aggressive with it. So, but she's won a world championship, and I haven't. So,
there's that.
I'll trust her game. How about
if
that?
I'm not mistaken, if you open up her armoire, there's also a green Player of the Season jersey hanging in there as well.
Yes,
so, the two of us might want to buy and install some zippers on our lippers.
There we go.
All right.
She knows I say all that in love. Nice bag.
Nice comeback there. And
Shelley finally going to take advantage of a Paula miss.
Looks like she is, and she's going to be able to
grab 2.
Add the deuce.
10-5. Great match here. I've been really impressed with Shelley, though. I keep telling you that over and over.
Well, it's interesting, too. She is just one deep breath and one kind of inhale, exhale away from resetting herself. And what's interesting, she didn't do it there. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice that.
She gathered the bags that Paula had pulled out of the hole. There was no big inhale, exhale, and she just overshot it. I don't think she brought herself back to her center just then. I don't mean to go all, Zen Buddha master on you there, but I feel like she did not do what that has kept her dialed in and center focused.
Little Mr. Miyagi, breathe in, breathe out.
A little bit.
Yeah.
All right. No, Paula lets her off the hook right there. Just going to lose the one.
Paula actually let her off the hook twice that round.
She did. She did.
So that's opportunity, like I always say, you can't get back.
All right, 10-6. Paula Stevens remains out front. Shelley Gutowski out of Port Charlotte, Florida. Again, interesting that the women's division has 2 Florida residents here, because typically we're watching a lot of our players come from states outside of Florida.
That's right.
We were glad to see a lot of new players coming in from the Sunshine State, and always welcome the additional and new competition.
Florida, hotbed. It is a hotbed of growing down here.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, the game of cornhole, there's nothing but expansion opportunities here in Florida. Like we said, some of these communities, the planned communities, retirement or otherwise, it's a great game. These hotels, ultimately, I've got to figure some of these hotel chains will pick up and start offering. Now, I do know the one thing that the hotels probably don't love as much as maybe we do, and that is the fact that we go out and we play until, I don't know, 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, and then we come out and we set up boards in the parking lot until 3 or 4 in the morning and keep playing. And I'm certain that there are people at the hotel saying, excuse me, I'm here on business. Well, so are we.
I know one of the hotels in Knoxville opens up their ballroom, and they played 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning after throwing all day.
Yes, they did. And I would tell you, if you are a beer company that is looking for a national sponsorship that knows no limits.
That's right.
I've got an idea.
Nicely done.
A 1 pound bag in the hand, 16 ounces over here, 16 ounces over here.
Yeah.
That's what I call balance, my friend.
There you go. And
All
you know,
right.
you talking about the growth here in Florida. How about the growth nationwide, Finn? As you can see what the ladies are doing, putting the bag. How about the growth nationwide?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
400 players in Knoxville, 400 in Owensboro.
Actually, I think we might have almost clipped 500 in Knoxville. And in COVID season over 2019, 2020, and into 21, continued growth.
Yeah.
Because we were able to continue these tournaments with social distancing.
That's right.
I mean, we moved the boards out where we needed to. Players could wear masks and still perform. And you know what? It just continued growing. And that's one of the great things about the sport and the people playing the sport is, you know, they did what they were asked to do, and we were still able to do what we needed to do.
And like I talk about all the regionals, man, I go to regionals now where it used to be 20 of us, and now there's 80 and 90 and some of the top players in the world at every regional I go to.
Points building.
Yeah. Oh, nicely
cash
done.
earning, great opportunities.
So, and I think it's going to just keep growing and keep growing.
Well, there's no reason that it can't and no reason that it shouldn't, because especially when you take a look at the longevity of some of our seniors and you look at the age of our juniors and everything in between, it's not getting less available.
No. It's getting more available. Like I said, you can play in my area, blind draws or whatever, 5, 7 nights a week. And I know it's the same way everywhere you go now.
Well, and I think we've mentioned this before on other broadcasts here on Stadium and elsewhere, but AmericanCornhole.com is a great resource for you if you want to find, no matter where you're watching around the country, there's a rare off bag there that doesn't at least find the board.
But Paula just opened up an easy shot for Shelley right here.
She did to make good on that dirty bag. But if you go to AmericanCornhole.com and find a certified official somewhere near you that hosts the regionals that you're talking about, the chance to go earn points, earn a little bit of money, and have some fun, meet some new people, what we say is true. Once you get involved in the organization, if you cannot find a place to play competitive cornhole, that's your fault.
That is your fault.
Because we absolutely have it out there for you. 44-plus states with certified officials, maybe closing in right on 50. We had I forget what tournament were we in, Owensboro, where we had one of our COs from Alaska. Had rolled in. So, you know what? Anybody that wants to become a certified official on any of the Hawaiian Islands and host a tournament, you let us know. I have got my Borat suit ready to roll.
You think we can get a major there on Stadium?
I don't see why not.
All right.
I think we call the bosses at Stadium and say, I think this has got a road trip written all over it.
That's
right.
All
right. Well, nicely done there. That's going to be
16-12.
A reversal of fortune right there, just since we've been bumping our gums. So 16-12. Shelley, if she wins this one, she's our women's champion.
She
because
is.
Paula has to double dip her coming out of that elimination final.
There's some discrepancy with the score. I can't answer the question on this one.
No, it's some commentary coming out of the gallery, if you will. And I'll tell you what, just in a couple of rounds, Shelley has regained her groove, and
she has.
She's put the pressure on Paula to be certain. This is going to be our final match of the evening on Stadium. Again, I take an opportunity to remind you that we are going to be back tomorrow night, and so we'll look forward to having you join us from 6 p.m. until we wrap up the action, and we'll look forward to that being singles and doubles action throughout. We'll recap tomorrow night all of our wins for the day today, and as always, we appreciate you being part of it. Shelley's going to drop her bags and take a timeout, as these are very important decisions that need to be made if she's looking for her first purple jersey. And we will.
So, I thought it was supposed to be 17, but I didn't want to get involved in that there because I wasn't 100% sure.
All right, so they've gone down mid-frame to readjust the score.
Hey, now what you fix to see, Finn, we haven't seen an airmail from Shelley right here. Let's see if she's got one. Oh, she just threw it hard, but one of her bags fell.
Dropped a bag, but not what she was hoping for, but I'm certain that she'll take the bag underneath the board versus sitting on top. Paula's going to come in and
take
hit low
the penny
hard, and she's going to take that single. Yeah.
17-12, 13 now. Now there might be a rushing of the court over here. I see all of Shelley's family. If she wins, it could look like a basketball game, Finn.
Well, it is starting to amass. The group that was over here full of adult beverages is ready to go out and give some big hugs and some big love. Should that be the case for Shelley Gutowski?
Though.
No, never have.
We're not counting anybody out. No matter what the score is. We saw a 20-5 lead shrink to just today.
And it's not easy to put a 4 spot up on Paula Stevens, that's for sure, because she's got that right there waiting for her. And if she wants, she could probably push that other bag that's hers. That's why I tell you, Shelley's really dialed into that center.
Yeah, but see, that bag is just hanging up for her. Now what does she do? She go right through?
She's going to go through and clean it up.
She's going to take the wash.
She's going to take the wash. I guess it's no different than if she'd tried to push it through, but if her bag had hung up. We had that same situation last week in Knoxville where it would have been the same either way, and you made a great point. You said, why take the risk of leaving one hanging on that front lip when you just lay it up on the board and it's good to go?
Well, in that situation, Shelley had tried to get the bag that was sitting right there at 3 o'clock twice, and it didn't move, so why even take that chance? Let's go to the next round.
All right, there's a great blocker bag right there. Yeah. Paula knows the game. She knows what she needs to do.
Yes, sir.
At this point, she's got to get it in and keep her out, and that's another part of the game that a lot of people don't figure. A lot of people think it's only about getting in the hole. Sometimes it's about being able to keep your opponent out enough to maybe break their rhythm or break their spirit and maybe change off their pace. That was a nice bag right there that dripped in the front side, and Paula follows nicely as expected.
Yeah, my match with Johnny earlier, he had 2 bags hanging. I tried to push him up so he had no chance to get them in. I didn't get it far enough, but I wasn't trying to go in the hole. I was just trying to bunch the bags up. So it's all of that, 17-13 still.
All of that strategy on where you place the bags and the bags themselves with the sticky side, the slick side, how you're going to, as you've mentioned a number of times, take that slick side down and try to push through, or just stick one up and let it kind of sit and block that bag. Right now, probably not in play, but
no, I think it can be moved out of play. And she did bend it down there.
Kind of wedged them out. This has the making of a laundry basket right here. Oh boy, and that's going to be a golden opportunity right there for Paula, who takes care of that. Has a couple of very nicely placed bags in the.
That is a great bag.
She couldn't have walked up there and put it down any better than that one right there. It's like she drew it.
And Paula's down 17-13.
Is she going to shoot it?
No, sir. No, she's going to give up a penny.
All right. Well, I thought she might just say, "I'm going to." I thought I might see her take it over the top and see what she could do there to get herself closer to that final goal, but.
I tell you, I really thought Paula should have shot at that airmail, especially after she had her block, that Shelley had blocked her.
She doesn't seem to be wanting to pull that out of the bag.
No, she had 2 bags hanging. There was an opportunity to grab a big score.
She doesn't seem to want to play that shot.
We'll have Jack to have a talk with her after the match. Shoot the airmail, Paula.
I can see that happening. Phil says you should shut the airmail. Well, you tell Phil.
You tell him I got a green jacket.
Right.
Green shirt.
The green jersey, right. Well, speaking of the green jacket, we're going to be working our way to Augusta, Georgia mid-February. We're going to bring our major to Augusta before the PGA does, so we're looking forward to being back there. That's always a great tournament. A lot of great competitors there, and so we will look forward. If you're in that area, we invite you to come see us and be a part of it. You can come in and watch for free anytime, see some of the best cornhole, and maybe pick up a few tips and tricks from some of the best in the business while you're there. And there's no other sport where, unless you're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars and probably doing something illegal, where you get a chance to stand shoulder to shoulder and play with some of the best players in that sport and some of the nicest people you'll ever want to associate with.
In Augusta, we might see our last week's champion, Shane Childers, and he's
Very
from
possible.
Georgia. Man, what a display of talent he showed last week.
Yeah, he really did. He worked his way all the way through the singles, and he is able to take that singles championship, celebrate with his son in honor of his father.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of fun. It was a really nice bag there to split the difference for Paula.
Nice. That was really
It was a
nice.
great follow there by Shelley.
They're both using
They'll
those
do it
bags.
again.
Oh, there it is.
She gets the rumble and the tumble on that bag low, and well, she's going to finish up the best way she possibly could, but that's going to inch Paula, as we could have very easily predicted.
17-16.
Right back up on it. Now,
The veteran.
Paula is able to pull this off. She has to do it again.
Yes, sir.
So we shall see. There's the big inhale, the big exhale right there.
It's Paula. She's playing a little bit of blocker game.
Little defense there.
Yeah.
She knows the game. Just one or two here and there, and that's what it's going to take. And if she can keep Shelley out of there, then
She's just trying to stay consistent, not give Shelley anything. Doesn't really have to take anything. Waiting on Shelley to make a mistake.
Yep. Well,
that's not a bad back because they're piled up.
Terrible because it's not doing anything.
Now, let's
That's not
see.
doing anything. And this,
She's got one hanging. I'm telling you.
you think she's going to shoot it and go for it?
Nope.
Coming in low.
Nope. Take the 4 point.
Just going to leave it.
Wash.
Leave that wash.
Yeah. Paula's just waiting on Shelley to make the mistake. And
Both of them. That's great.
Yeah, so far her strategy's worked.
Yep. That's great. They're talking to each other now. It's like, come on. You got to give. Nope, not going to give. Not going to give.
This is getting into seniors territory.
Yep.
And another great block. And there it is.
That's
See, now
long.
Paula's got the opportunity for the push here.
Push through and clean it up.
Yeah. There it is.
Replace that bag and doesn't do herself any damage at all.
And we haven't seen Shelley shoot an airmail yet either.
We
So
have not. Knowing they both got them.
yeah. Oh, and there it is. That's 4 points looking at her right now. Now, this is an opportunity for Paula. Oh, it lays up again.
All right, so there's Paula could get to 20 here. And she's going to get
4.
to is that
4?
4? She's
Yep.
going to take 4 out of that? Yep, she sure is.
And now it's 20-17.
All right, the guys
Paula.
the guys in the truck and the graphics department are having a hell of a time trying to figure out how to create the congratulations to our winner slide.
Yeah.
You can't take anything for granted. If I was them, I'd be making one of each.
Yeah. Get ready.
Get ready to fire. All right, so Paula takes that first bag. Is she going to play defense? Yes, she is.
Yeah, but that might be a little bit up farther over.
Yeah,
It worked.
psychologically, it was all she needed to do right there, so she can come in low and hot and stack them up.
Yeah. That's a pretty good bag there by Shelley. Another good one by the queen.
Right there, yep. Split the middle, and
Got
those
it.
are ready to go.
Yep.
That's a nice bag.
Now, if she don't shoot the airmail here, I might be mad at her.
You're going to go
She
out
got
there.
2 bags. All she got to do is make sure that he knocks them in. She does.
Oh, how about that? And she takes 2 over the top in the double drag. Nicely done. She's going to come in low and hard and try to equal, but she does not, and that's going to do it. 21-17, the first of 2 games that
There you
Paula
go.
Stevens has to win to double dip. So 21-17, and we saw a couple of 21-7 games.
Yeah.
This one at 21-17 it had a little bit of everything. The only thing it didn't have right there, I don't think, was that victory that Shelley Gutowski was hoping to pull off and just be one and done. So this is it. This is the game. Whoever wins this one is our women's champion here at the Bradenton Area Convention Center for the American Cornhole Organization Bradenton Championships. And this major all weekend long, tonight and tomorrow, all day, singles and doubles play will bring you the best action on center court tomorrow, beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern here on the Stadium Sports Network. WatchStadium.com. Of course, the Stadium app on your phone, your iPad, or anything, any way you want to take us with you. And there's a shot at the airmail that we hadn't seen from Shelley in
She didn't take that shot in the last game. A couple of opportunities she had.
Only time we saw it was during warm-ups, and there are no warm-ups now. They are live and underway right now, and that is going to ultimately be.
I think Paula got one out of that.
I think it's one because she had the one off the back there, so we got to get those points posted.
Yeah. So, how about the methodical comeback by Paula Stevens, though? That was methodically done, right?
Yeah.
But throwing bags right there.
Well, she played defense to get back to the offense, and that's what we've talked about. It's not just getting it in the hole; it's keeping the other player out. And she used enough defense to make Shelley overthink some of her shots, and then just put that one bag. And all she needed was one here, two there, one here, and we've seen it happen time and time again over the course of the action here on center court. And you know what? That's the most obvious example, Phil, I think that we've seen of it, is using defense to play offense, but it was very nicely done. It's a nice bag right there.
I told you she has that game, Phil.
And we could have seen that a couple, 3 times maybe, possibly in the last game there. So
4 for Paula.
All right, so now that's going to require her to
put the one in from last frame, and she should be up 5-0. There you go. That's it.
All right. Very good.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I mean, she has dirtied the game completely up to her advantage.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
She has muddied the water, as they say.
Absolutely. And Shelley, she's gotten off a little bit, too, here. I think that was meant to be a block by Paula. No. Get 5 and give up a few to get them back right in. Nicely done.
Nicely done there by Paula. Take a couple in there.
Yeah, she made that shot look easy. That was a very hard shot.
It almost looked like it had claws. It grabbed that other bag and just decided it was going to go as well.
Like a racetrack down through there. Let's see if Paula throws a blocker with the first bag here. No, kicked off to the right just a little bit. And Shelley's proved when she has that center open, she can slide it right through there. There's 2 of them.
But I get the sense that while she has all of those basic shots that would destroy most average players, she's probably learning a thing or two right now out there with Paula about how to place a bag and how to play defense and whatnot. And whereas, that was close.
Yeah, Paula gives up 2, but that could have easily been 4.
Yeah, whereas that was enough to win the first time. I think once you got Paula in a groove and she's gotten warmed up, they've been out here now almost an hour.
Yeah.
You know, Paula has at least, and I think Paula gets back into her game, and you see Jack over our shoulder as well, her husband. So this is certainly a family affair. Husband's family gathered around,
and she tried to throw the blocker again. I think that's a little bit, no?
Well, she played where she walked right into it, did Shelley?
She did.
Paula out to this 5-2 lead here, and right now she probably, depending on where this bag's going to go short, and it's a good block. Boy, she's got that shot down.
Yeah.
Putting it right in between Paula's bags.
Oh, and it didn't push.
It didn't
2
push
points for
enough.
Shelley on the board.
Yeah, she can lay it just up.
Well, Paula's got another bag. Let's see if here's the airmail.
She'll shoot the airmail. She's going to go up and shoot it. Up and over.
Enough. But 1
in and 1 off, and that's going to be
1 point for Shelley.
A single for Shelley right there.
Yeah.
She posts that penny. 5-3.
See, I don't have that Mitchell math. I got it figured out really quick.
You figured it out.
Took my shoes off, and it was easy. That's Mississippi math.
I would say that was the Mississippi Ninja working if you were able to get down to your shoes that fast.
Yeah. Made me take them off at the airport. Made me mad. I had to put them back on somehow.
That's where, you and I are both being done a big favor by slides and flip-flops, my brother.
I'm going to remember that next time I fly, too.
It's probably a good idea. Oh, that's a good bag right there. I thought she was going to try to pull them both, but she's able to drop one of her bags in and leave The other one's still on the board for some cancellation scoring there. Paula's going to lay low and
give up 2.
Just give up the 2. I thought she might shoot it. I mean, she's got the lead. I've never seen her play this conservatively with regard to having that much hole available and not going after it.
And she has that game. That's what bum fuzzles me, what I'm gonna call it, because she has that game. And Shelley gets that first bag. She's right down the center.
Yeah, she really is. Well, earlier today, Johnny Thomas took down Terry Dawson in a double dip and took the seniors championship, snatched victory out of the jaws of defeat.
He sure did.
Sean Priest and John Hunter Stanley took down Jeff Brock and Deb Smith in the Hampton Farms Big Blind Draw. Griffin Johnson, our 13 seed, took down Camden Gettings to take the juniors. And right now, we await the crowning of our purple jersey wearing women's champion. Will it be?
Oh, look at
when
that.
It comes up and over and drops both bags, drops 2. So they're going to move from a tie at 5.
I think Paula got 2. Nope, we got
it's
a wash.
Be the wash.
Yeah,
she pulls
what
that
a shot
off to wash. Wash that out, boy, and it was just in slow motion. We've talked about seeing a couple of those that you don't have to show in slow motion because they happened in slow motion. All right.
Shelley right down the middle.
A little bit of chatter just to break the tension a little bit.
Paula needs to get that first bag back so she can muddy this game up again.
Well, I think what she's doing there with throwing the second bag, she's
trying to block. Oh, that's a nice bag.
Yeah, it was. Try to play as if that was the first bag and not pay any attention to that first one that Shelley put in.
Yeah.
Now she should be able to shoot this one and take a bag with her. She's got to. And she's not. Oh, well, she had enough of it to get from the left side to the right side.
Even it up.
Leave that bag up there just sitting there. And
me and Jack going to have a talk if she don't shoot this one.
You got to go.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, she doesn't
1 point. No risk there, really. She gave up 1.
Not a lot of risk.
No.
Boy, I tell you what, it is amazing how when you're just warming up, how those fall so much easier than when they, in competition.
Well, she's made some good ones in the match before, the game before, and we just saw one going back the other way.
Yeah. I just feel like once you've got a couple of them under your belt, you really feel like you can start counting on that shot, and then you're really going to see it offered up a lot more.
Man, I'll tell you what, when I make one, I feel like I can make them all.
Mm-hmm. I made one in Knoxville when I was playing that. It was in that match that Mitchell and I took on a couple of the juniors just in an exhibition match, and it was the first airmail I ever made that I had intended to throw. In fact, when it went in, he told me it went in. I didn't even realize it. But it is a feeling of power. That's going to be.
And now that time, Paula.
A wash right there. Or
I think Paula got 2.
That's going to pick up 2 right there, but she's got to get back to putting her score up.
Yeah. I don't think she knows what she has before she goes down there. She's okay. We'll keep up with it, too. She got 2 there. So 7-6, Paula Stevens should be the lead.
But in theory, they should be taking care of their own points.
Yeah, they should. You should. And you should do it every time, too. That way there's no
even if it's walk down, see what it is, and then walk back and post it.
I mean, I might forget by the time I walk down there, and especially if you're playing T-bone, because it's going to be an hour before he gets from board to board.
That's a good point on the walk back.
Yeah. Oh, and that's okay.
That's not bad.
Nothing hurt.
Able to hold the board with hers while she puts.
Oh, and that's nice.
There it is.
But Paula's still going to grab 3,
there
and then
she's
2. So that should be 5 total. Should be 5. She should be sitting at 12-6. Eric, he can't hear me.
I think it was posted out of the truck.
Yeah.
How many did she have there?
Yeah. She got 3 there and 2 from the last round. So, yeah.
The 2 from the previous round were already up there, correct?
No. Oh, we were? Okay. I'm sorry.
They They got to
We're all confused. Look.
They got to post the scores when they make them.
Yeah, remember she walked down there and had 2, though.
Yeah,
So.
and that 2 was posted from the truck.
Yeah.
And it should have been posted by the player.
So it's 10-6 now. The score is correct.
Correct.
Yes. I'm going to stay out of it.
Let the dog pile in again. All right, 1 in and 1 off the back.
Yeah, not bad. At least you went for it, like I said.
5 on 3.
Nice.
Oh, and she drops
pick
one.
Up
She's
a penny.
able to drive one through there.
She gets 1.
Post it.
1.
Post it. No.
Frank, he's finally going to step in and help them do the scoring. We're having some trouble with this match.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Frank. 10-7. Paula Stevens. Like I said, this always, you need to post it before you walk down there. After you walk down there, walk back. And then we have 0 trouble. Nice bag. There could be a 4-bagger by Paula. Oops. And another wash.
Well, we're having trouble counting to 21. Sometimes we're having trouble just counting to 8. I've done that a number of times, walked off when my opponent still had a bag in their hand.
Yeah.
If I was
I've done it too.
Throw it at the back of my head.
Yeah. You know, you want to take a couple steps and walk back. Gentleman's agreement, you know, not going to hurt you.
Well, it is a game that's based on so much about the honor system when you're out playing, you know, whether you're playing recreationally or otherwise. But in a system like this, if you've got a scoreboard opportunity, you do it while you've got it. Because
Absolutely.
Trying to go back and unwind that can be a nightmare. No different than a golfer signing a scorecard at the end of the round.
Yeah.
I thought that bag was going to drop.
Yeah, I think it probably will here.
Yep.
And this is a big opportunity for Paula.
Really is, and that's going to be dead
there
center.
It is. That's a 7. 5. There it is. 15-7 now, Paula.
All right. Are we on our way to that double dip that we've talked about time and time again? We saw it in the seniors when Johnny Thomas was able to double dip Terry T-Bone Dawson. Everything else has been pretty much single elimination, and Griff Johnson over Cam Gettings earlier.
We've definitely had our share of double dips the last couple of weeks.
We certainly have. We certainly have, and that's a lot of fun because it does take the competition to a new level. But I got to wonder, not just physically exhausting for the players, mentally, what toll that takes on them. Because again, we saw some of it last week. And they still had games to play after we went off the air. So there were still doubles matches to play. And what toll does this take psychologically and physically on them?
Yeah, it takes a lot.
Heading into singles and doubles tomorrow. What a great cleanup bag right there. That's Paula at her best right there.
Yes,
just clean it up, nicely done there.
2 points.
That's going to pick up the deuce right there. Take it 17-7.
But we'll keep an eye on it.
No, there's no question. I'm not. Hey, I haven't blinked since about 8:45.
I know.
So. Thank goodness for this cup that holds this ice for as long as it does, because I'll tell you what, I am almost dry-mouthed and still ice cold.
Yeah, buddy. You can get that from your buddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Diesel Dave?
Diesel Dave.
Diesel Dave. One of my good friends, actually.
And if you're sitting, oh boy, that's an unexpected and a bag that needs to be cleaned out there, what's known as a dirty bag, and Frank's going to take the opportunity to readjust the board as well. But, you know, we've talked about it. It's Friday night. You're playing with a cornhole bag in your hand. You've got a cold drink in the other hand. We're no different. It's Friday night for us as well, so we've got a cold drink right here behind the microphones with us as we get to watch some of this play. We get to experience all the goodness of all of this high-level play, and I'd have to toss one bag to do it.
3 for Paula.
It looks like that should be the 3 that gets her just 1 penny away from taking the women's championship. So that bag is handed back.
And I talk about always picking that bag up, because if you touch that bag and it goes on that board,
dead bag.
It's a dead bag.
Yes, sir.
And so you should always ask for somebody to remove that bag.
Boy, and there's no defense being played there by Paula.
No,
she knows she's got her on the ropes, and she's going to go ahead and play it, and that's probably
that bag's on hole.
Easy to clean up there. All of those should fall in.
That's nice by Shelley.
Paula should follow hers, or bring hers in and
there
finish
it is.
Up there.
Remember, Shelley cannot make a mistake.
No, it's destined to go in as well, unless something very, very odd and unreal to the universe happens. So they're going to wash, and they're going to live to fight another frame. 20-7. Paula Stevens holds the lead over Shelley Gutowski, looking for that double dip. After having been bounced to the elimination bracket, working her way back out of the elimination bracket against Christine Schwarzkopf, who played a heck of a game. It's interesting. She warmed up differently than she played, and I think ultimately when she gets those two things together, she's going to be formidable as well.
And there's the block by Paula. Oh, and there's the mistake Paula wanted. Mm-hmm. She's not even going to try to go in the hole right here.
She doesn't need
4 bags on the board, make Shelley have to hit an airmail. She might try to big push. No. She's
going to
pile it up.
Make that dog pile.
Oh, almost. She's going to have another shot at it
just
right
like
here.
in rehearsal. All right, here it comes. 3-on-2.
Oh, and that's it.
So close. All right, well, that's going to do it. And Paula holds her hand over her mouth as if to say, I'm so sorry I double dipped you. But she's not. But a great hand for Shelley Gutowski, who came in and really, really showed her stuff on center court.
Did.
Port Charlotte, Florida should be very proud.
Absolutely.
And Shelley did a great job against one of our former queens of cornhole.
That's right.
As you mentioned. So we are excited to have brought you action in the seniors. That was both double dipped with Johnny Thomas, and now again we can say the double dip happened one more time as Paula Stevens. We're going to bring her in here if we can. And Paula, I'll tell you something. We had a double dip earlier in our seniors, and it was Johnny Thomas coming in and double dipping T-Bone, and then we hadn't come on in here. And tonight we saw you take a little while to get your motor running, but once you did, you started playing defense to play offense, it seemed like.
I tried.
You did. And was that intentional? You had it dialed in, but then you realized it was time to make the mistake.
Right.
And so then it was lay one up, watch what she does, and it's what ended up happening at the end.
That's what I tried doing.
Yeah, and even when she made the first bag, if she did get first bag, you use that second bag sometimes as a first bag just to force a mistake. Yeah. Or am I reading way too much into it?
No, I tried doing blockers all the time. So
yeah.
Yep.
Well, I don't think a lot of people understand that, too. The casual player, sometimes it's not just about getting in the hole, it's keeping the other person out of the hole.
Right.
And I would tell you that is a part of a strategy of your game that I think both of the women who were up here with you tonight learned lessons from you on that, both of them.
I don't know. I didn't have much to teach.
Well, you certainly did, and you've added to your collection of purple jerseys.
It's a two-peat here. I won here last year.
That's right. And I'll tell you what, Bradenton has been very good for some of our champions here. Sean Priest grabbed another purple jersey out of this city, and I think it was Johnny Thomas. He grabbed another purple jersey out of Bradenton. So good for you. They're all going to look the same, but except for the fact that we know the people who design them, and they look pretty cool. So maybe you could design yourself something that maybe has your face or Jack's face on it just for you.
I don't want my face on it. This was for my son, though.
All right.
This win was for my son.
Well, God bless you and your whole family.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Very nicely done.
Thanks.
All right. Very good. All right. Well, Paula Stevens double dips, and that is how we are going to wrap things up tonight. Good for you. Nicely done. And we're going to be back tomorrow night at 6 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Central. We are going to have doubles action. We're going to have singles action. And we will look forward to having all of that here from the Bradenton Area Convention Center as the American Cornhole Organization Bradenton Major Championship continues here on Center Court, the center court of the Cornhole Universe. On behalf of Phil Barnett, I am Fid, the loudmouth for the ACO, and on behalf of everyone here at the American Cornhole Organization, we remind you to join us tomorrow night at 6. And in the meantime, keep on pitching.
ACO, we are Cornhole.